So if you're not already, go ahead and meet me in a seated position on your bottom, sitting up straight, checking in that you're engaging the core. Your shoulders are above your hips. Your shoulders are rolled away from the ears. Your hands are palms facing down on your thighs or your knees, really grounding into the floor beneath you. Chin is parallel to the floor. I invite you, if your eyes are still open, to go ahead and gently close them here as we bring one hand to our lower belly, right underneath our belly button. And start to take full deep breaths all the way down to the belly so that you can feel it expand and contract with each inhale and exhale. Letting it go. Inhaling as we feel our lower belly expand. Exhaling as we feel it contract. Belly button back towards the spine. Continuing to inhale all the way down deep into the belly. Exhaling to release. Continuing with this deep diaphragmatic breath at your own pace. Following your own breath here. Deep diaphragmatic breaths like this bring oxygen all the way into the lower part of our lungs, which helps oxygenate every cell in our body. Continuing to take deep, full breaths in and out. If you still have one hand on the belly, I invite you to bring the other hand to your heart. Eyes still gently closed. I invite you to take some awareness on how you're feeling today. Take inventory, check in with your body, with your emotions. And then I want you to ask, what is it that I need today? Releasing any judgment of anything that might come up. Maybe it is movement. Maybe it's a challenge. Maybe it's calmness, stillness. Whatever it is that's coming up, I invite you to carry this intention with you throughout our practice today. If you need calmness and stillness, being gentle with each asana. If you need a challenge or movement, maybe pushing yourself a little bit deeper. Making this practice your own. On your next exhale, maybe opening the mouth, letting it all go. And then continuing to breathe in and out of the nose. Along with bringing this intention throughout each asana, I invite you to bring this full breath in and out of the nose through each posture today. I invite you to gently start to flutter your eyes open as we start to stretch. We'll start with some gentle seated stretches before we get into the Hatha practice. So still sitting up straight, checking in with our posture, engaging the core, keeping the spine upright, the shoulders away from the ears. I invite you to inhale to really elongate the neck. Exhale as we bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathing deep here. Maybe with each inhale, elongating the neck a little bit more. With each exhale, maybe bringing it down, stretching a little bit deeper. If you want a bit of a deeper stretch, I invite you to bring your left hand up and onto the floor behind that knee or thigh for a little bit of a deeper stretch here. Taking one more breath wherever you are. On the next exhale, gently bring your head back up, arm back up. Inhale once again to elongate. Exhale as we bring our left ear towards our left shoulder. Maybe with each inhale, we elongate the spine and the neck a little bit more. With each exhale, we sink a little bit deeper. If you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch, I invite you to take your right hand to the floor outside of your knee or thigh. Taking one more deep breath wherever you are. And on the next exhale, go ahead and bring your head up back to center, hands back on the knees or thighs. Now we'll stretch our sides a little bit. So inhaling the arms up and above head, stretching tall all the way out of our waist. And then on the next exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor, left arm up and over like you're going over a big beach ball, really stretching that left side of your body. Imagining that you're going up and over, not collapsing at that inner rib cage. If you want to deepen this stretch a little bit, I invite you to roll back the shoulder as you open the chest, bringing your gaze to the ceiling or sky above. Taking one more deep belly breath here, letting it all go. And inhaling the arms back and up overhead, stretching really tall out of the waist. Exhaling as we come onto the other side, bringing the left hand towards the floor, right arm above us. Again, envisioning that beach ball coming up and over. For a deeper stretch, I invite you to roll back the shoulder, opening the chest for a slight twist as your gaze comes up to the ceiling or sky above. Breathing deep into the belly here. Full diaphragmatic breath. Taking one more breath wherever you are, letting it all go. And inhaling back up, stretching tall. Exhaling to bring the hands back to the knees. Exhaling to ground here. Inhaling to bring the hands to the heart. Exhaling to find stillness within. Inhaling to push the hands up and above your head. Stretching tall for the sky above. Exhale as we bring our hands interlaced behind our head to cradle the bottom of our head and our neck. So fingers are interlaced, cradling the head, thumbs can come out and support the neck. We'll take a deep breath in as we open the chest here, maybe letting our bellies come out a little bit, letting our elbows hang out a little bit. And on the next exhale, I invite you to start to bring the belly button towards the spine, bringing the elbows together, the chin towards the chest, finding what we call a cat spine. Inhaling as we find that cow spine, so bringing the belly back out in front of us, the elbows away from each other. Maybe our glance comes up slightly to the high wall in front of us or slightly to the ceiling. Opening up the chest. Exhaling as we once again find that cat spine, bringing the belly button back towards the spine, elbows towards each other, chin towards the chest. And now I invite you to take a few of these cat-cow spines at your own pace, following your own breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. As we warm up the spine. Taking one more breath wherever it is that you are. And exhaling to release and meet back in a centered position. We're now going to start our Hatha practice. So, however it is that feels comfortable for you to meet me in a standing position, whether you want to bring your hands down, come on to the knees and press up, or you can roll over, but meet me in a nice standing position. For our first asana, we're going to start with Tadasana, which is a neutral asana, and it's just going to help us get into alignment with our posture today. So starting by bringing our feet out about hip width apart, so each foot under each hip joint. I first want to bring our attention to the feet and to our weight. So maybe rocking forward or side to side. You want to maybe even envision a triangle on the bottom of your foot. So there's 3 different points. And what we're trying to do is make sure that the weight is evenly distributed in all 3 points of each foot. So the rocking around, moving your hips can help you find a point where your weight is evenly distributed and your hips are over your feet. Moving up the body, I invite you to keep the knees soft. No tension or pressure here. As we move up to the pelvis, we're going to imagine that the pelvis is like a bowl of water. So you don't want it forward or the water is going to spill out. And you don't want it backwards or tucked or the water is going to spill out, but just leveled. Moving up, the hands can be down by your sides, palms facing forward, checking in with the shoulders, maybe rolling them back away from the ears, shoulders above your hip bones above your ankles, chin is parallel to the floor. This is our Tadasana or mountain pose. This is also a really great way to check in with your posture and something that you can use throughout your day. Making sure that your weight is evenly distributed, your shoulders are above your hips, your shoulders aren't up by your ears, but instead released, shoulder blades coming together behind you. I invite you to posture feels like. Maybe you have to engage your core a little bit more or keep the knees a little bit softer than you might usually. I invite you to gently open the eyes as we come into our first asana, or official asana of the practice today, which is going to be Artitude Drisana, or Halfmoon pose. So bringing our feet together, toes together, ankles together, heels together. I'm going to invite you to inhale as we circle our arms out and around us and come onto the toes or the balls of the feet. Bringing our hands to meet above our head, and we're going to interlace our thumbs. I'm just bending down so that you can see what they look like, but this is what it will look like above your head. Inhaling here, and then exhaling to press out towards our left hip as we bring our hands over to the right side of our body or the right side of our mat. Maybe your right heel comes down towards the floor. Really opening the chest here, maybe bending the elbows. Again, that beach ball metaphor is a great thing to envision here because you don't want to be collapsing at the inner rib cage, but really going up and over at a 45-degree angle. Pressing into that left hip, extending out your arms to your right side, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. I invite you to mentally affirm after me, strength and courage fill my body cells. Feeling the way it feels to breathe into the ribcage in a side stretch like this. Taking one more deep breath, letting it go, and then inhaling to come back to center, stretching tall above us. Exhaling as we circle the arms out and around us. Bringing the feet back out to hip width. Bringing the palms back towards the front of the mat or room. Meeting back in that Tadasana or mountain pose. I invite you to gently close the eyes and envision the energy that you just gathered in different parts of your body moving in and up towards your brain. Checking in with your body, seeing the way that it feels. Maybe one side feels different than the other right now. Gently fluttering your eyes back open as we bring our feet back together, big toes touching, heels touching. As we get ready to do the other side, inhaling as we circle our arms out and around, bringing our thumbs to interlace at the top onto the balls of our feet. Exhaling as we bring our right hip out to the side, left arms towards the left side of the mat. Once again, maybe dropping that left heel this time towards the floor. Checking in with our shoulders, bending the elbows if that feels nice, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, really feeling that stretch in our side. You always have permission to bring both heels towards the floor if that feels more comfortable. Breathing deep into the side of your body here, stretching tall, up and over. Maybe with each inhale, we're stretching up a little bit higher. With each exhale, maybe we're sinking a little bit deeper as the right hip goes out to the side. I invite you to mentally affirm after me, strength and courage fill my body cells. Taking one more deep breath and letting it all go wherever you are. And then inhaling back to center, stretching tall. Exhaling as we round out the arms to our sides, bringing our feet back about hip width apart, meeting back in Tadasana, gently closing the eyes for our neutral asana, giving our bodies time to recalibrate, checking in with the body, observing where there's energy moving within, guiding that energy in and up towards your brain. Taking this moment to check in with the breath, taking deep, full breaths in and out of the nose. I invite you to slowly and gently flutter the eyes back open as we come into Tadasana or jackknife pose. This is going to be a forward fold that we'll do in 2 phases. The first phase will be an active phase where our spine stays neutral or straight. So when we're in Tadasana, much like we are right now, our spine is neutral or straight. This is a curved spine or a rounded spine. So the first phase of Tadasana is going to look like this with a straight spine, and I'm going to walk us through it. This is just a quick demo. The second phase is when you can go ahead and let the head hang heavy and really curve that spine. We will do this together now. So hips can stay about hip width apart. We're going to keep the knees soft, keep the feet pressing into the floor beneath you. I invite you to inhale as we circle the arms out and around above our head, stretching tall. Exhale as we bring the hands to the thighs and start to hinge at the hips. Maybe bringing our gaze to the floor or mat in front of us, keeping that spine straight. Pressing the sit bones towards the back wall or the back of the mat, pressing into the feet, pressing the hands into the thighs, really elongating out of the crown of your head here. Maybe with each inhale, we're elongating the spine a little bit more. Maybe with each exhale, we're sinking a little bit deeper into that hinge at the hips. Really bringing awareness that we're keeping the spine straight here, not yet rotating it or curving it. Checking in with your shoulders. Are they up against your ears? If they are, go ahead and release them. Taking one more deep breath in this active part of the asana. And on our next exhale, you can go ahead and start to let your spine curve. Your head can come down towards the floor. Your hands can come either behind your thighs or behind your calves or to the floor in front of you. Letting the head hang heavy here in this forward fold. Spine is now curved. Gravity is helping you feel a little bit deeper into the stretch. Sit bones are still pushing out against the back wall or back mat. Knees are staying soft, maybe even fully bent. Maybe you nod your head yes or no. Letting gravity pull you a little bit deeper into the stretch. I invite you to mentally affirm after me, nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can hold me. Breathing deep into the belly here. Maybe you feel the belly expanding, touching your thighs. Head is hanging heavy. Taking one more deep breath on your own here. Maybe letting it all go out of your mouth if you'd like with a ha. Start to bring our hands back to our thighs. Gently pushing ourselves back up to phase 1, where the spine is straight. Maybe knees are bent, pressing into both feet evenly. Spine is elongated and straight. Crown of the head is facing the front of the room or the front of the mat. Inhaling to press into both feet, using the core to press yourself all the way to stand back up, bringing the arms up and above you. And then exhaling to circle the arms out around your sides, meeting back into Tadasana or mountain pose. Gently closing the eyes here as we check in with our bodies. Feel where that asana might have gathered some energy, guiding that energy in and up. Gently opening the eyes back up as we come into a seated posture or asana. So however it is that you need to, whether you use a chair or a wall, meeting back in a seated posture or easy pose on your bottom. Once you're here, I invite you to bring your feet out in front of you. Let's start by just checking in with our spine, our posture, our shoulders up by our ears. Go ahead and release that tension. Bringing your feet onto the floor, so a slight bend in the knees. We're going to be doing Ardha Matsyenasana, which is a half spinal twist now. So, to start, we're going to bring our left foot in towards our right hip. The left knee should be in the center of your body, so left knee in alignment with your belly button. That left foot came underneath the right leg and came back towards your back right hip. Then I'm going to invite you to either bring that right foot up to be on the right side of your left knee, or if you want a little bit of a deeper twist, I'm going to invite you to bring your right foot over that left knee and plant it on the floor on the left side of the left knee. If this isn't available or it's not comfortable for you, you will still get a really deep spinal twist, keeping your right foot to the right side of your left knee. Next, we'll inhale our right hand up and above us as we bring our left hand to the right knee. And on the exhale, go ahead and circle that right hand back and behind you as it plants right in the middle of your bottom, near your sacrum. And this will function as a kickstand. So really supporting you, helping you to keep your shoulders leveled. We're going to inhale up to elongate the spine. And on our first exhale, start to twist at the lower back or lower spine. Then we're going to inhale once more, deep into the belly. Exhaling as we twist at the middle of the spine. Inhaling, elongating the spine, tall. Exhaling as we twist at the upper spine. And lastly, taking one more inhale, really stretching tall out of the neck. Exhaling as we maybe bring our gaze behind us, turning the neck, looking over our right shoulder. Really using the core muscles here, not putting too much pressure on that left hand or that right knee, but using your core muscles to take a gentle twist in the spine. This asana is really performing a bit of a twist and soak of your internal organs. It's really activating them. It's great for your digestion. Now I invite you to bring to mind somebody that you might want to send some extra love to today. Maybe it's one person or a group of people. Maybe it's healthcare workers or family members or somebody who you know that's struggling. Bringing them to the front of your mind, maybe envisioning them. I invite you to mentally affirm after me. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. Taking one more deep belly breath here. Letting it all go. And on the next inhale, I invite you to elongate that spine. And on the exhale, you can start top to bottom. So starting at the neck, untwisting gently and slowly, bringing your shoulders and chest back towards the front of the room. Releasing both legs back out in front of you. Gently closing the eyes. Giving your body some time to absorb any nutrients that might have been squeezed in that asana, to release any toxins, to start to detox, as well as taking this time to gather any energy, maybe in your spine this time, and envision it moving in and up to the brain. Gently opening the eyes back up as we now bring both knees to a slight bend and bringing the right foot underneath the left leg. Right foot is now towards your back left hip bone. Your right knee should be right in the center of your body, so aligned with your belly button. And then bringing the left foot either back to be on the left side of that right knee, or if you'd like a deeper stretch and you did so on the other side, I invite you to bring that foot over to the right side of your left knee or your right knee, like this. Wherever you are, we're going to bring our right hand to our left knee, inhaling our left hand up and above, stretching tall out of our hips. Exhaling as we circle it behind us, planting it in the middle of our bottom or the sacrum, functioning as our kickstand. And we'll start once again like we did the other side, breathing up, exhaling to rotate, starting at the lower spine. Breathing to elongate up, imagining that there's something pulling out of the top of your head. Exhaling to rotate at the mid-spine. Inhaling up, exhaling at the top of the spine, rotating. Inhaling up, and lastly, maybe rotating our neck, looking over that left back shoulder. Maybe looking towards the back of the room or the back of the mat. I invite you to check in with your shoulders here. Are they leveled? Is one above the other? Try to bring some levelness to the shoulders and the hips. Check in with your breath. Maybe you feel the belly expanding and pressing against the legs. Once again, I'll invite you to envision or bring somebody to your attention or a group of people to your attention that you'd like to send some love to. This can be different people than you picked before. It could be the same person or group of people. It can be healthcare workers or doctors or even the planet as a whole if you'd like. But whoever you feel called to send some love to today, bring them to front of mind. And I invite you to mentally affirm after me. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. Taking one more deep breath on your own here, letting it all go. On the next inhale, elongating the spine, sitting up tall. And on the exhale, start to unwind at the top to bottom. So starting at the neck, then the upper spine, lower spine, until you come back to the front of your mat. Releasing both legs back in front of you. Gently closing the eyes. Giving your body some time to absorb the effects of the spinal twist. Guiding the energy in and up. I invite you to gently open the eyes as we come into our last asana before we take Shavasana. So laying down on our backs this time, feet out in front of us. We will be doing Matsyenasana or fish pose. This is an introversion and inversion, and it's going to help bring some energy and blood flow to the brain. And so on our backs, I invite you to bring each hand underneath your bottom, so maybe rolling from side to side as you bring your hands underneath your sit bones, your forearms pressed to the floor underneath you. We're going to inhale to ground into the forearms, into the feet, into the legs, into the hands. And on the exhale, I'm going to invite you to bring your chest up as you press into the forearms, and maybe the top of your head is only slightly touching the floor beneath you. So chest is really open towards the sky. You're pressing into the forearms and the feet. Your heart is above your head. You might be almost on the crown of your head, maybe that back corner of your head. Not putting too much pressure on your head. Maybe your gaze is now towards the back of the room. I invite you to mentally affirm after me. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. Maybe with each inhale, you're opening the chest up a little bit more towards the sky above you. With each exhale, maybe relaxing and grounding. Taking one more deep breath here to really open up the chest. On the next exhale, I invite you to lift the head off the floor and lay back down completely on your back. Maybe rolling side to side to release each hand from beneath you. As the hands come out to your sides, palms facing up, bringing the feet about hip width apart or maybe a little bit wider. As the feet hang heavy towards the sides of the mat. This is Shavasana or corpse pose. This is typically how every yoga class will end, whether you go to a studio or you have an at-home practice. Shavasana is really this time to check back in with your body after you've practiced so many asanas, to guide all of that energy up towards the brain and to meditate. So here on your backs, palms facing up, feet out, I invite you to gently close the eyes. I'm going to invite you to either bring some awareness to a certain part of your body that you might be feeling tension or have tension typically, and if not, I invite you to just tense the entire body, but we're going to double inhale, tensing from the fist all the way to the toes, tensing the entire body up, really shaking maybe, and then exhaling out of the mouth with a sinking deep into the floor beneath you. Noticing what parts of your body are touching the floor beneath you or the mat. Maybe it's your heels, your bottom, your arms, your shoulder. Whatever parts of your body are being directly held by the planet or the mat, I invite you to release a little bit deeper there. Relax deeper into the floor. Maybe envision those parts of your body melting like honey into the floor beneath you. Taking this time to bring the intention up towards your brain. Feeling safe and secure. Feeling cradled by the earth. Feeling supported. Maybe using this time to check back in with your breath. Watching each inhale and exhale as your body continues to relax more and more. Surrendering completely. Observing the breath. Maybe using each exhale to sink a little bit deeper into the mat or floor beneath you. I invite you to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart here. And take a moment to check back in with yourself. How do I feel now? What do I need now? When we get really quiet with ourselves, we're able to see and feel more clearly what it is that we need. And so taking time right now in Shavasana to really assess how we're feeling, maybe feel the difference that we felt at the beginning of this class and how we feel now. Gifting yourself with whatever it is that you need today. I invite you to bring some awareness back into the body, starting by wiggling our toes, maybe bringing our hands up and above our head, stretching tall, doing a full body stretch like you just woke up. I invite you to bring the knees in towards the chest as you rock, maybe back and forth, giving your lower back a nice massage. Maybe your hands are on the tops of your knees, or giving your body a nice little hug. I invite you to bring the knees over to the right side of your body or mat, bringing your right arm up by your ear, creating a cushion for yourself as you find a fetus position. Taking this time in this fetus position to really thank yourself for showing up to the mat today. Thank your body for staying active and moving, for operating to keep you breathing and healthy and alive. And when you're ready, I invite you to use both hands, pressing against your mat, walking up as you come back into a seated, easy pose, or just crisscross applesauce. Hands on the thighs or knees. And once you're here, I invite you to bring the hands to the heart. I want to thank you all for sharing your practice with me today. But more importantly, I really hope that you all thank yourselves for showing up to the mat today and practicing in some movement and some breathing, and just remembering that you can take anything that you might have learned today that felt right off the mat as well to help you during this different or strange time. I really enjoyed practicing with you all. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out at any time.